Good day to you and welcome to the broadcast. Today is a tough day for me. This week, our friend Wilbur will be going to his new home. Let's get into it. So I'm not gonna think this video out. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of heavy editing. I'm just gonna go through my day. This is gonna be I think I'm gonna start a daily vlog for the channel in between all of the project videos and such, and I think we shall call it the Todd vlog. Today's Todd vlog is getting Wilbur ready to go to his new home. I am down to 2 people who are bidding on him. This little truck has been a huge part of building my little business, Southeastern Land Specialist, to what it is. It just doesn't make sense for me to hang on to 2 single axles at this point, and I had a really hard time and still having a hard time letting go of this truck. He's paid for and he's a great truck. I just, you know, I want my primary truck to be something older without all the emissions stuff. So once I get a tandem, I'm gonna look for a truck exactly like Wilbur. Not, you know, some 80s, 90s, early 2000s model. Something just old and reliable. That's what I'm looking for. The 750 is decent. It's not my favorite truck I've ever driven, but it's newer and I feel like I need to keep a newer truck in addition to the older truck. Wilbur's got to go to a new home. The great news for you guys is one of the bidders is a fellow YouTuber. They live down in South Carolina, so if they get him, there's a good chance you guys will get to follow him over to their channel. The other bidder is a fan of my channel. They've been watching us for some time, and I said from the get-go that I would love nothing more than for Wilbur to go to somebody who's trying to kick off a new business. And that's what both of these bidders are. They're wanting to kick off a business, and it makes me feel good to know that I put everything I can into making this truck reliable in the beginning for myself, and now for somebody else who is in the position that I was once in, and they'll get to enjoy him. I've sent detailed pictures to both of them. One's traveling an hour up, one's traveling 3 hours up to look at him and get their final feel. But I gave them detailed pictures so they don't get here and are just like, well, that doesn't look anything like the pictures. So I feel good about that. First thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to check my oil and make sure he starts okay, because the last week that we tried to start him, well, he started, I just had to jump him off. The cold weather killed our batteries. If he's weak starting today, I'm going to put 3 new batteries in him. That way, that's the only thing I can think of that might be an issue. And for him going to his new home, I want them to have a good experience with him. So let's start him up. I'll check the oil and we'll see if he starts strong, weak, or doesn't start at all. Alright, the oil has been checked, and I mean, it is cold today. Let's see if he starts or not. That's my Wilbur. That's a cold start of an L10 Cummins engine, 1985. I won't make y'all listen to the buzzing too long, but you can see we have good oil pressure. In no time, alternator's charging. We'll build some air and we'll check back in. Man, it's cold. Alrighty. First thing I'm going to do is clean all my trash out. Get all my stuff and my tools. I'm going to leave the inverter in this truck with the heater, because I feel like that's part of the truck. My little space heater here. Alright, so let's clean that out. I'm going to I've got all these screws. I took the dash apart one time. I thought I had an air leak. All these screws just, you know, go in here. I'm gonna pretty much reassemble all of that. Just put all the screws back in the dash components. I'm gonna clean all of this out. I got extra GoPro batteries to my old GoPro that I don't use anymore. I may do a giveaway with that. This has been the best stuff. Rodent repellent. And it smells, it's wood chips. That's all it is, but mice apparently don't like the smell of it. Emma's little toys. I'm going to take all her stickers off, so I'm going to take pictures of that. So I got something in memory. I'm going to take my CD out. That won't go with the truck. So let's get this all cleaned out. Get it real clean. Got it cleaned out enough. I get my little space heater up here. Idling up just a touch. Gotta love a hand throttle. Now then, I'm just going to go around and put all of my little screws back where they go. Get this thing good and tight. Our first bidder will be here at 1:20 today, so get this thing squared away. Dash is back together. I just gotta get Emma's stickers off of everything now. I get a picture at least for my memories. Ooh, chilly out there. Set my little heater up. This might be a fire hazard. I might want to turn this off for a second. Good old adhesive remover. See? So it smells like Easter egg dye, and that ain't good. See? It'll get the job done though. I guarantee. Maybe. Oh yeah. A little dusty. Dust while I'm at it. Let that soak in a little bit more maybe. Really soak these stickers over here. That stuff will really make it turn loose. I get that from it's just 3M Advanced Auto Parts brand. Oh yes. And that stuff will just turn right loose. Easy peasy. We'll get this thing looking good for the new buyer. That's what we'll do. Gonna let the adhesive off. It looks good. Real good. I'd still rather be doing this right now with it in the 30s than in the summertime in the 80s. I'm not miserable. Woo! No good. No good for Toddy. Alrighty. I'm gonna work on this door now. That all cleaned up quite well. Let's see how much fuel There's my registration and everything for when they come to test drive. I'm gonna do this exactly how I would appreciate it being done. See where we're at on fuel. It's down a little bit. Let's go fill it all the way up. So whoever wins the bid on this thing gets a full 75 gallons of diesel fuel. All right. Coming down to the last rides, folks. And boy, do I hate it. Fill this thing up with fuel for the future owner of this rig. Sad day, but we're gonna look on the bright side. This little old truck's gonna go to somebody who will hopefully appreciate him, love him like I did, and hopefully in return he will provide them years and years of good service. This old truck's got a lot of good miles left in him, that's for sure. Alright, we just filled her up. Get him closed up. We'll put the hitch on now. And he is a heavy hitch. Oh, it weighs about 50 pounds. He's on there. All right, folks, he's cleaned out. I'm not washing the outside or the engine so they can see any seeps and drips that it might have. He's full of fuel on the one side. Got our hitch put back on. I guess I can take my sign off here. And once he's officially bought and paid for, I'll pull the door decals off. Our time together is coming to a close, my friend.